Is enough being done to mitigate the Omicron variant?
Well, I'm of the belief that governments can't mitigate all risks in our personal lives. I think enough is being done. We're wearing the masks, we've got a high vaccination percentage. I don't think we need any more extreme measures at this point, but I think they're doing a pretty good job of controlling the risks right now.
I think it's not finished. From what I say, it's because people, they don't respect, put the mask and clean the hand and take the distance, And I think if everyone continue to respect for, again, one more year, we can finish with this thing,
I think it's notable that the world is talking about Quebec. I think the CNN poll that in the United States, and we know what's happening in the United States, that 81.5% of the pollsters, the ones answering the poll in the United States, agreed with the tax. So the fact that they stand alone and that others are talking about it means that it's lacking leadership and not enough is being done.
Yes, I mean, what can we do? Come on. I had it. I'm out now. Thank goodness I'm okay. But what else can be done? People need to be vigilant. It's really hard to, say what more can be done. We have only so many limited resources to work with, and people just need to be positive,
I have sympathy for those in charge of rules of law surrounding this recent outbreak. However, I think there's a lot of lack of attention on mental health because of lockdowns.
I would hate to be the person making those decisions, so I'm going to have to say I think they're doing the best they can with the information they have.
I believe so. I think there needs to be further education and facts. I think a lot of people have the fatigue from the pandemic, and people are just not well informed, or they just don't have the time to listen, or there's lack of trust because of mixed messaging.
I don't think so. The school system and also, all the shopping centers, I think, are a huge part of the propagation of the virus, and I don't think that they've done enough to mitigate the virus.
It's going to happen any way you look at it. You wonder, you think back and say, well, where did that person get it? How did it happen? It's going to happen. Are they doing enough? Everybody's had it, so they're doing as much as I think the people are going to tolerate. If they start doing more, people are going to lose their businesses. It's going to be too much. So are they doing enough? They're doing enough as we can handle, I think.
I think it was a good idea to go in that lockdown initially, especially when it seemed like everybody was getting it over that Christmas holiday period. But at the same time, I think at this point, everyone who I know had it. It was a little cold. I think we just need to kind of move on with our lives and just adjust to this being the new norm.
Look, I think a public health crisis like Omicron is difficult for any government to handle. There's any number of people who are going to be frustrated with the current status quo. But at the same time, I think enough and as much as we could expect is being done, given the fact that this is an incredibly difficult thing to monitor and manage for anybody, government or otherwise. So as a father of a young one who's constantly being kept at home because the strain has affected childcare and otherwise, it's very frustrating, and I know that I'm not alone in that. But we also recognize that there's little we can do, and that public health directives are public health directives. I think we can all follow and just hope for the best.
I think so, yes. I think we're ahead of other countries and behind some other countries, so I think we're right in the right place. So when I see what the States are doing and what some places in Europe are doing, I think we're in a good place.
I think so. There's only so much you can do. In my opinion, we're continuing to do things to mitigate the variant as much as we can, but life still has to go on.
I think it's just got to run through. I think I truly believe in the super immunity that people would get from it, and even people unvaxxed. And I wish we would start following people that have had the virus, which I think is just as important as getting vaccinated, or more important.
No. We should have listened to Dr. Tam in the first place and other countries should have listened to their medical people, and the medical people should not be tied at the hip to politicians. That's what I feel.
I don't think that a lot needs to be done about it. And I know that there's a lot of opposition to that opinion, but I think that we should just let it take its natural course. I think that it's time to take off the masks, to release the store owners from having to enforce the government's mandates. And I think we should let the market resume.
You know, I feel that government leaders are, you know, thoughtful and, you know, individuals that want nothing but the best for society at large. I really do mean that. Irrespective of politician, they're caring individuals. That's what motivates them in the first place. So I feel, yes, of course, they're doing their best. Yeah.
I don't know how much more you can do. I think, yeah, I think the government, the people, everybody's done what they can. I don't know if there's much more we can do. It's just the way it is.